What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what is moving it today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Faraday is up slightly, 0.93%, 202 the low, 219 is the current high. And so in my opinion, the news that did come out from Faraday is actually the culprit why it did have that low. So I'm going to go over that in a second. But the broader market is rallying like a beast. A lot of heavily shorted stocks, on a side note, are also running up. So I think, in my opinion, that's kind of the attributing factor why Faraday is going higher. But it's not necessarily a squeeze play, because currently shorts are increasing with Faraday, 210,000 shares. 37.5% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 4.17 million shares. So all in all, shorts are still relatively hesitant about Faraday. Once again, I don't know if they're increasing because of Faraday's actual news, but there's a lot of give and take going on in the broader market. But starting off, Faraday did put out this news right here. So Faraday Futures FX brand continues its ramp up as it kicks off hiring for key positions. So some of the key positions that they refer to are these right here. So production planning director, quality planning director, head of FX vehicle engineering, head of FX EV R&D, and whatever else. So in my opinion, these are the kind of higher level jobs. Of course, you can kind of tell based on that, which I think is a good starting point. But as I've obviously brought up in the past, Lucid has typically hired these positions roughly 5 years out before they really launched anything, right? Before they launched their Lucid Air. So with Faraday expecting that they're going to really ramp up and have their sub brand released at the end of 2025, I think that's still, in my opinion, a very big pipe dream. And the market took this as just fugazi, as just a waste of money, because by them hiring all these positions is going to cost money. Pay their salary for X amount of time period until they actually do get their sub brand out. And Faraday doesn't necessarily have all that much money, and they haven't really been a successful ramp up company in the past, because they did announce, I think it was in July, that they were supposed to be doing one delivery every single month, and they haven't even fulfilled that. So in my opinion, I think that's why shorts are increasing right now and why it did have that low. But beside the point, market is rallying. So you see GameStop right now up 6.37%. A lot of heavily shorted stocks are just going up like crazy, with the exception of a small handful, such as Mullen. You see right here, a lot of people have compared Faraday to Mullen only because of a lot of the toxic debt and stuff like that. But yet this is a very fun time. As far as if this is going to be sustainable or not, options is kind of signaling no. So 62,000 in calls, 13,000 in puts. 57% of all the options being done so far are bearish. And so far, of the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 250, some optimism for it to be around that $4 range for the November 8th. And then looking at the puts, you still see a consensus for it to be sub roughly around $2 or $1.50. So it's back and forth. And as of right now, no big transactions on the secondary market above $100,000. So all of this right here that is happening is linked to algorithmic trading as well as shorts. So big money is not really buying into Faraday, not the culprit on why they are going up. Like I said, the market is in full greed mode, very optimistic. So algorithmic trading is going to be piggybacking off of that and really propelling Faraday higher. But right now, with it at $2.22, it was able to successfully get above this pivot point of 219. So next strong resistance point is going to be 242. And then, of course, at 219, as long as it stays above that, is going to turn to support, followed by $1.96. So in my opinion, I think Faraday is just going to be following its technicals, but I've always been very cautious about Faraday moving higher just in general. Because like I said, I think there is a significant dilution coming in the foreseeable future, and that's linked with a lot of their notes. But I'm not here to kind of put or dampen Faraday's nice run, because honestly, I would absolutely love to be wrong about Faraday and it just go to the moon. I'd be so happy for a lot of individuals. But as of right now, I think Faraday does need to stop with a lot of these kind of pump PRs, because people are reading between the lines, at least the logical investors are, and seeing this just as a lot of wasted money. So that's just my opinion, of course. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Are you buying this hype? Do you think it's sustainable, or do you think it is going to cause it to go down? What's your viewpoint on Faraday? And what's your thoughts on, for instance, just the positions, the key positions that they're hiring for? Do you think that this is going to be something that actually is tangible to come out in late 2025, or do you think that's just too short term? Like, again, comparing Faraday to other companies, logically it's at least like 5 years max, and then possibly as early as, let's say, 3 years. That's what a lot of these key roles are hired for, not 1 year prior. So I don't know, what's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. 2 things: take advantage of this promo because it gives you 8 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. And then as well, I did launch memberships, so if you want buy signals on stocks and options, then definitely take advantage and join as a member. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.